There's a brand new McLaren 720S on eBay right now for $5,000. I think I'm gonna buy it. Free shipping and everything too. Yeah, seems like a steal to me. Oh, give me 1 second. I think the mailman's here. Thank you, appreciate it. Frick, that's a bomb. That's freaking gotta be a bomb. Oh, thank God. Oh. These packages, if you were wondering, are not actually from Han Tony, hence me actually getting a package shipped to my house. Anyway, these are longboards. These are electric longboards that I bought from stackboard.com. I had not heard of them. Full disclosure, the seller did contact me. He found my YouTube channel and asked if I want to check them out at a discount, and I said, frick yeah, of course I would like to check them out at a discount. So these are electric longboards. They have a top speed of like 35 freaking miles an hour. Now this one here, I can't really see if you can see the full box on camera, but this is it. It's a huge box, it's big. Not that I lift weights anymore, probably about 35 pounds, yeah. And this one on the left side was about $1,100. Right now it's currently on sale. I just checked last night on the website. And this one is about $1,600. This one has hub motors. This one is belt driven. Very cool looking board, so I'm very excited to check them out. Let's take them to the garage and freaking do it. Hey guys, look who just showed up. I kid you not. Look who freaking just showed up. I can't see it on that screen. There's Lord Kurt. There he is. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I got one for Lord Kurt. It's kind of a thank you for helping me out on all these builds and stuff. Let's show him, dude. I'm so excited. All right, so let's get this unboxed. This is the cheaper of the two.
Pull it down with your feet.
All right.
That's pretty sweet.
That is so cool. Brick, dude.
Yeah, it's got weight to it.
This thing is insane. Oh my gosh.
Got the hub motors back here.
Big old battery pack.
Case on the bottom here.
Charge port on button for sure. Dude, but this looks freaking sweet. Like, check this out. This is freaking insane. Super heavy duty.
It's got a nice,
that's
a nice
crazy.
Ply. That's a good board.
Yep. Well, let's get the next one unboxed. I think this is pretty much it. Remote, charger.
These are cool tires though. They're airless, but it's got like holes drilled all the way through, so it has a little bit of cushion, just like it were a air-filled tire.
I'll give you guys a shot of it, like an actually good shot of it, but see that right there? That's pretty sweet right there. They're just, yeah. Cool. Well, this is this one. Again, this is like $1,100 on stackboard.com.
On sale right now.
It's on sale right now, yeah.
Check it out. It's like $1,300 normally or something like that.
I can tell this thing's gonna turn like freaking easy. That's sweet. All right, let's get the next one out. Let's just see how it looks. All right, so this one is in all carbon fiber. This is insane.
It's got, I'm trying to grab it by the motors, but they're outrunners. So it's like spinning in my hand as I was trying to pick up on it.
Oh, check that out, dude.
That's cool. So that's
that is
belt drive
freaking cool.
So the board, the deck itself is the battery case.
That is so cool.
On the other one, the battery was bolted below it. Didn't look bad. It was a nice carbon fiber case, but this one, the actual deck is the case.
Crazy.
And it's actually got 4P, I think it was. So it's one extra set of cells.
Than the other one.
And it looks almost like it's a smaller board, like a smaller deck.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dude, check out the remote.
Silver inlay.
That's sweet. It's got a screen and everything. The other one doesn't have a screen, but I doubt it's going to be that hard to figure out.
Yeah.
I have never seen, this is like literally car wheels, like 1/5 scale. Cool. So crazy. I have never seen this before.
Check out the hubs on here, the sprockets.
Oh my gosh.
So apparently it looks like they're geared in a way that the top speed is the same regardless of what size of wheel you get. So you can put it on the smaller wheels and it'll still go just as fast as the bigger wheels and have the same acceleration.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is crazy. They're huge. All right, we're gonna try just spinning these motors, see how they are. Okay, so it's on.
Fan right there. Oh dang, that's a good resolution actually.
Yeah?
I'm surprised. It tells you your speed in kilometers per hour.
That's crazy, dude.
It tells you your battery percentage. That's cool.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the first speed. I'm not sure what speed that is.
Holy frick.
RM. Oh, okay, so RM is probably the velocity. Let's see if we can adjust that. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, there we go.
Wow. Holy frick. Wow.
They're synced really well, though. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we can brake too. So 50 is high. Let's see what low it does. That's cruising right
21.
there.
That's crazy.
But I think it's cool these are outrunners, the way it's just the outside is spinning on there.
By the way, one of these is yours, whichever one you want to choose, dude. They hooked me up pretty good, and so you definitely deserve one. If you're new to the channel, you guys don't know, but we're building a CB750 right here. Lord Kurt he's just freaking built that thing like a champ. So yeah, dude, take your pick. Whichever one you want is yours.
And that feels like the boards I used to ride in college.
Yeah.
So all the trucks that I ever used on, my cheap boards, they just had one of these little articulation points. With double, what that means is it's got 2 points where it can.
Yeah, that's
so the longer board can actually still get a short or a narrow turning radius right there.
Yeah, that's interesting because I actually used to build longboards. So this is one I had built. Not super crazy, but it still cost me a couple $100s to build. So this is like the best board I had, pretty good components on it and stuff, but seeing these double trucks like that is just blowing my mind right now. That's crazy. Let's get this one put together, and I'm gonna definitely test that one out right now. Oh, I'm excited. Let's do this. All right, we're gonna see if this thing spins. Yeah. All right, let's get these front wheels on, and then it's fully freaking rideable. Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
That is crazy.
Pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. Dude, let's see what this one does.
I do like how it's a wood board.
Yeah. All right.
That is pretty cool.
It is definitely more classic longboard kind of feel for sure. All right, let's start it up. Well, give it a rip, see what it does.
That's quiet.
Okay, that's really quiet.
Same controls. You can see it actually with the torque bends the board a little bit.
Oh, does it? Huh. Interesting.
High or low? So that's moving.
That went slower.
That's
okay.
The slowest. Okay, so this is slow speed.
Okay, so ramp that sucker up, dude. Let's go full speed.
It was probably on full speed originally. Yeah.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that's
quiet for
that's
full speed.
really quiet. That's crazy.
Popo won't even know you're riding fast on a motor.
For sure. When you break the speed limit on this thing, they won't even know it. Cool. Well, I say let's just get them out, dude. We'll finish assembling this one here, and let's get these things out and actually on the freaking road. All right, have fun. You want the gloves? I'm good, I'm a twin. Okay. Telling you, dude, I saw that. I saw a little sketchy there.
You think I can get a little burnout?
That's
about as fast as you can accelerate without falling off of it.
Yeah.
Dave, I mean, you wouldn't want it any more powerful.
Yeah.
You're like, if you're not leaning into it, you'll go whoop, and
then just
catch yourself
throws it out from under you. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Freaking burnouts. Cool. Well, I guess let's get the other one out and see how that one does. All right, so here we got the Eovan Pro carbon deck. See how crazy this thing is. We got the road tires on it. Oh, here he comes. Oh my gosh, dude.
A little bit of wobble. It needs tighter trucks.
Yeah,
I think any high speed like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to just tighten them up right now.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. It did send a 2.0, but I will say it fits fine, but you can't get it on the bottom one because of the angle.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe like.
But can you get it on well enough to at least turn it? Not at all.
Maybe one critique.
Ooh, okay.
So far,
okay.
it's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, we'll get these tightened up and we'll get back to it. I'm very, very excited and happy, man. This is amazing.
It just brings joy to you.
It does, dude.
Smile. Like, I don't know of anything else that I've done recently.
It just like puts you
this.
smile like, oh my goodness.
It's like you shouldn't have this thing moving beneath you, but it
yeah,
is.
it's like mildly sketchy, but so freaking exhilarating at the same time.
And it's better if you don't wear safety equipment because
it is, definitely. Don't wear safety equipment.
There's no risk.
All right, let's take her back out, see how she does. Just, yeah. You know, I haven't even ridden this one yet, have I?
Dude, you gotta do it.
Dude, definitely. Oh, frick. Speed wobble, dude, I would tighten those things even more.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
right
crank
when I
them
jumped
down.
on this one, it felt even looser than that one, which already felt loose to me. Like, this is way too easy to turn. Like, I feel like we should tighten them up significantly more. Because even on medium, I mean, that's not even top speed. It was still getting real sketchy real quick. Just like for no reason.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
We'll get them cranked.
Let's crank those.
I'll crank them and you test the other one real quick.
Okay, I will do that. So what we're doing, we're showing you guys difference in acceleration, and for our own sake, I mean, we want to see which one's actually faster because they feel the same. So we're just gonna do an acceleration burst, full throttle as much as we can, because it really does launch you and it, you know, don't want to crash. But as fast as we can until we get right here, right to where Young Swag is standing. Then we're gonna let off. See who gets there first.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I got a little jump on him.
Definitely getting more used to it now though. They stop so fast, like you're literally putting weight on your leg stopping. It's crazy. Oh, hi. Hey, don't be scared. No, don't be scared. Yeah, it's okay. Nice. Oh, ow. Oh, bad. No, bad. 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 Yeah, run away. Run away. Run.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a hazard.
All right, well that kind of proves it that they're both very evenly matched, I would say. Because he beat me by just a slight bit on this last race. I beat him just by a slight bit when I was on that board.
So this board is a little faster,
A little quicker.
but you wouldn't notice it if you didn't have a comparison.
No.
I don't feel like.
No, and this one feels, especially with the big wheels, maybe that's what it is, but when I get up to speed on this one, it just seems like it's going faster because it's just so much lighter on the handling. That one definitely feels more planted to
I
me.
will say that the way the board curves up on the sides kind of makes your feet feel like they're protected. This one I feel like, I mean there's grip tape so it's not going to happen, but it almost feels like
yeah, you could slide off.
I don't know, it just feels like you're right next to the wheels. That one you feel like you're in a little nook.
Yeah,
So that one kind of, the board feels nice. I do like the wood of that board.
Yeah.
They're fairly close in speed.
Uh-huh.
Only thing left is range.
That's true. We definitely do have to test the range. For now though, guys, we're critiquing them really technically right now, but they are so much fun to ride. They are so much fun to ride. A little sketchy. This is probably the sketchiest I've been for a while. It's just freaking thrilling. Yeah. So I definitely need to get used to it, but these things are freaking fast. Like this is a commuter kind of thing. As long as the range.
If you were a longboarder by trade,
this would be insane.
like you would have no issues. I haven't longboarded since like 2014,
Yeah,
2015.
it's been a long time, for sure. Definitely just gonna get back in the groove, and I think these are gonna be a blast to ride. Okay, Young Swag testing it out.
This better get a helmet. I don't feel confident.
Oh, here, take my gloves, take my gloves. Just in case, you'll go really slow and you probably won't need them, but just in the event. Dude, these things are a freaking blast to ride. Good job, you took it nice and slow. Look at that, dude. How did you feel? How was that? Brake! What did you think?
Good.
Yeah? Pretty fun? Good, good, good. I want you to go full speed on it. All right, so we're back out here for a official range test. We're gonna take a path that we can easily track after the fact, so we know exactly how far we went. So let's get to it.
Is the boards charge. The red one on here, you have a percentage on yours?
Uh-huh.
This is the boards charge for me, and that's the battery.
Okay.
The remote's
Does it
charge.
show you every now and then what it's
did.
at?
Hang on, I'll turn it on. I disconnected probably
Oh,
from
okay.
too far away. Let's bring yours forward.
Oh, sure.
If I hit power, I think it shows me. Yeah, so I'm at like 3/4, but with a little bit of a left on that top
Oh,
part
okay.
there.
My
What
remote
does yours
currently
say?
says, the remote says 33%. The board says 91.
Nice, it's hanging on. This is gonna be a long day.
Probably gone about
Mine's
3-4
at
miles.
about 80 or 80 something.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I mean, you
Oh,
can't get
okay.
a percentage, but that's probably
Right.
what it's at.
It's
And
about,
it probably will start to drop off faster at the bottom.
Yeah,
as always
definitely.
electricity does.
yeah.
But we've already gone probably 3 miles.
Yeah, we've gone quite a distance already. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting really used to this. This is a lot of fun now. This is only on medium though, so it's not like I'm going crazy fast or anything, but it's a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. No problem.
These things are killer on normal speed.
Dude, we would have died right there.
I love the brakes.
Dude, they're so cool. So cool, dude. That's a big bump.
But it keeps vibrating, and it goes through a sequence of how it flashes.
Interesting.
So for the first 3, you didn't notice any performance reduction. The last one, when it was a solid light, you started to notice it dropping, and then it would start to flash slowly, and it flashed faster. It's been vibrating about once every lap so far.
Huh.
Done 8 laps.
You gonna kill it right now? You gonna see if? Okay.
It's got to be close.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
don't think they would give you like 10 miles after it vibrates.
Right. Totally.
And I can go full speed without any sketch now because it's starting to die.
Nice. So we got about 13 miles so far on this one. It was at 63% when we got back home, and we went 13 miles on it. The other one, Kurt killed, and I'm sure you guys just saw, but he drove it around this block 17 times, which was like, how much, like 5 miles?
4.7 miles.
4.7 miles, and he killed it. So that one got 18 miles on full charge. This one's still at 63% after 13 miles. We're definitely gonna run it to dead, but we are swapping out the wheels. I learned the hard way that those probably weren't suited for super big bumps, and they definitely weren't. If you guys wanna see the video from that, I did get that on video, so if you guys do wanna see that, F's in the chat right now. And smash the like button. If I get 5,000 likes on this video, I'll post a crash video. So anyway, we are changing out the wheels on this to the larger off-road wheels. So let's do it. Disclaimer, Kurt definitely is heavier than me. I'm like 175 pounds or so. He's what, 270?
Yeah, 220.
220. Yeah. So he was heavier, and I will say the mileage was about low to mid, probably mid-range power. I kept the Carbon Pro on mid basically most of the time.
The wood one, the whatever it was, BRT, whatever the
BRT04.
04, yeah. That one's top speed's a little lower, so I had a hard time keeping up. So when you're on mid speed,
Okay.
I was on high speed, and I wouldn't go full speed,
Gotcha.
but I was going probably 3/4 of what full speed would offer.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I was a little bit faster, so proportionally,
Okay.
mine's dying faster than yours is. So
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
were on low, it probably would have
True.
lasted a lot
True.
longer.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure that's how they do it on the website too. Their website said 45 kilometer
Yeah, we got
range.
29. I have no reason to suspect that that's an inflated value.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's definitely the case. Let's get these wheels changed and then we're gonna run it today. Both times I crashed, I did do it twice. I mean, the board just kind of went off the side and just stopped itself. So definitely impressed with its performance. I just wish I knew the board better just initially. That's kind of why I'm doing these videos too, is because there's not a whole lot of stuff on boards like this right now. I mean, I'm literally taking the fall for a lot of just like the trial and error and whatnot, just learning the board and stuff. And I totally don't mind. I mean, wiping out doesn't faze me at all.
And those are big cracks. And
those were huge.
No fault.
Literally they were as wide as the tires. I'll show you guys the footage, but they were as wide as the wheels and literally almost as deep as the entire wheel.
Through the process,
you couldn't have done anything about that.
Nothing but impressed by how the board did.
The board has handled amazingly.
So nothing against the board on that.
Not at all.
Wipeout.
And I will say the board, it wasn't the board that caused like the handling problem, like speed wobble, and then it was because when I was riding and I hit the bumps were so freaking big that the tires actually shifted as I was going 20 miles an hour. So you can imagine if you're riding it shifts instantly, there's nothing the board could have done about it. So it was a fault of the freaking city of Fresno fixing their freaking sidewalks. And also I will say the remote took it like a champ from 2 crashes. The first one, I actually smashed it pretty good and it actually popped the case open, but we just popped it right back. And then the second fall just scratched it up a whole bunch. But it took it like a champ, dude. Still works great. What were your first thoughts of the new wheels?
I feel good. I didn't feel any stability differences. I went up to 37 kilometers an hour on that stretch just to see.
Okay, nice, dude.
We were only going about 35 average.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like there was any speed wobble to it.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, I felt good. I mean, the trucks could go tighter still too.
He's gonna see what the actual top speed is. I'm a little sketched out. I hope he doesn't fall, but let's do it. It's freaking fast, I'll tell you that, dude. These things are freaking fast.
Top speed on here, it says 24.
24 miles per hour. Was that maxed out pretty much?
I think I could have probably got more.
Okay.
Obviously, it's at about 60% voltage right now.
Right.
So the top speed would be a little bit higher.
Yeah, okay.
Not 60%.
But like, was it maxed out with the high, like on high?
Max, but it wasn't up to max speed potentially.
Oh, okay.
Might have
I
had
got
some
you.
acceleration left.
Okay.
But it was maxed out on the throttle control.
So I was actually just about to take this out today to finish the range test on it and whatnot. But Kurt just texted me and he said he's gonna head over, he's gonna help me kill the last half of the battery because if I were to fall again, it would hurt insanely bad. So he had offered to help me kill it and we'll see how far this thing goes. Dude, getting on it for the first time after crashing, I now have a healthy respect for the board. And it's actually kind of fun to get back on it already. What's up, Mang? You ready for this? Yeah. What do you guys think? We should do a remote swap video
Yes.
where we're both riding, but we switch remotes. All right, well, we'll see you when you get back. All right, Kurt's back. Tell us what you did.
Not fully dead yet. 6% left. I ran down a good distance this way, turned around. I wasn't sure when it was gonna die. It saw some serious voltage sag. So if you looked at the remote, you'd see it drop from, when it was about 40%, it started to drop. I could get it, if I went up a hill, I can go all the way to 0. But
Okay.
it would never cut out, and the performance didn't ever show that there was any indication of that. But it would always, when you let it go back up, it would go up to resting voltage of 40 again. At 20 resting voltage, it started to vibrate on me. That was just about 2 miles back away from here or so.
Okay.
Dude, I've been impressed by it. It's,
That's crazy, but
I didn't really notice any performance drop until it hit about maybe 30% of resting voltage.
Okay.
I mean, even then, it was still able to go 35 kilometers an hour with me on it.
Yeah.
So I was cruising at probably 25
That's
to 35
crazy.
at all times. So I'm averaging like 30 kilometers an hour. I mean, I drove a long ways already. But it still can go 30 kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though it's
crazy,
like,
dude.
It doesn't feel as fast on the acceleration, but even as it stands, it's still like a fun board to ride. I don't
That's
know, even as it's like
crazy.
totally dead. So like comparing the two, because I've ridden both for a long time now. That one feels like a classic longboard. It's got the board that bends beneath your feet.
Yep.
It's got a truck feel that's just like a longboard. This one feels like an actual vehicle when you're on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on it and you gotta lean forward when you're accelerating, you gotta lean back hard when you're braking. Even now as it's dying, it still feels pretty peppy. That one I feel like is above the competition for anything in its price category.
Right.
This one, I don't know how it's only $600 more than that one when it's on sale. It's like
Yeah.
$400 more a regular priced. This thing is just an unbelievable
Yeah,
board.
it's insane.
Yeah, the grip tape is so solid. You're on it, and you like have to actually pick your foot up to actually move it. You can't even take the weight off it. It'll stick
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, I don't know if we showed you guys like super close-ups yet, but this is a very, very, very high quality board. I mean, just the build quality of everything, it really impresses me.
The most expensive one on Amazon is $3,000. So
Yeah.
3,100, something like that. Specs are about half of what this has done real world.
Yep.
I mean, it says the range is like 12 miles on that one. That's quoted range.
Uh-huh.
This one's maximum range is 45 kilometers, but we're already almost at that. And I was going
Yeah.
an average of 30 kilometers an hour at all times.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
you
it's still
rode it
got
at
a
the
little
beginning.
bit left in it.
Yeah, I mean, and I stopped at one point after I had driven it for 35 kilometers per hour for a while to feel the motors and to feel there's a heat sink on the bottom of the battery where the controller is, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it on the bottom there.
Yeah, definitely.
Barely even warm to the touch.
That's crazy.
I mean, this thing is, in almost every aspect, is over-spec'd for what it's capable of doing. I don't
Yeah.
know, I've been very impressed by it. And these wheels, I mean, we rode it on both of these now. These ones feel nice.
Yeah.
It's
I can't wait
stable.
to try them
35
out.
didn't feel scary at all.
Huh.
And before with the little ones, I felt like it'd be a more stable wheel. This one's at least as stable as the little ones were.
That's
The only
crazy.
reason you'd use the little ones is if these ones pop and you're too lazy to replace them. Honestly,
Yeah.
I've been impressed.
Just
by
keep these on, yeah, the whole
I've been
time.
impressed by these. You can hit bumps, you hardly noticed it. The board doesn't flex as much as that one, so that one is a smoother ride.
You want to jump on it and show them the flex of it?
That one is a smoother ride. I'm gonna try to keep it from
Yeah,
crushing
you're
your
good. You're
toes
good.
there.
You're good. Yeah, you can barely even see it flex
the middle
at
of it.
all.
It almost doesn't bend, and this is, I mean, I'm like 20 pounds, 40 pounds at most below the weight capacity of this,
Yeah.
so it's not bending. The other one, it's just like a smooth.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's
it's a
like
great
beach
board,
cruiser.
but yeah.
No, it feels.
It's
it feels
supposed to
better
flex.
to ride on.
Yeah.
The board itself feels nicer. This one, though, you get on it and it feels firm and it feels like a real vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I rode that one a little more than I rode this one.
Yeah,
I think,
no, I
like,
got you. I totally get you,
experience was Not at all that this one feels bad. I love the way it's a sleek unibody design where the battery is the board.
Yeah. It's super clean. It just looks insane to you. I mean, everyone on the trail yesterday or a couple days ago, everybody we passed pretty much was like, "Oh, those look freaking sweet."
Dude. And I mean, every time I was at a stoplight or driving, I drove through a school.
Uh-huh.
Every time they're like, "Dude," and sometimes I'm going too fast to stop. But if I'm at a stoplight, this guy's like, "Dude, is that electric?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "That's bad." And I was like, "Yeah, it's super sweet." Nobody looks at this and doesn't think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
Yeah. Yesterday too, we were at a stoplight and we were in like the bike lane and people were like turning right around us, so we were kind of like in the road, like continuing through to the bike lane. A guy stops in his car, rolls down his window, and was like, "Hey, like how are those things? That's pretty sweet."
dudes from,
Super
we
funny.
passed a couple of veterans, like, when you're young, you ride those. They were in their like electric. little,
Yes, dude, they were
like
pimped
scooter
out like
motorcycles.
motorcycle
It was like
chairs.
a mobility scooter, but it was like a Harley.
Yeah, mad respect, dude, for those
Yeah,
guys.
everybody has loved it. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
no,
we got
they're
to
so
ride
cool.
it. Looking at it and looking at somebody on it is fun, but when you're the person on it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just a whole different experience, dude. When you step on the board, it's just like you're stepping onto something crazy.
To summarize, that one is an awesome board and it feels classic. Nothing in that
100%.
price range will come close to it from what I've seen anywhere.
Yeah.
But this one, when you get on it, it worth the extra money.
Going off of that
Worth the
too,
extra
we looked at boosted boards, and so we looked up the specs the day of, and it was like half the range of this, lower
same
top
price
speed.
as that one. But
Same-
they're like the little penny boards or mini boards,
Yeah.
not a full long board
Yeah.
for that price.
Yeah.
And they have just half of it's a battery.
Yep.
And it's got the traditional like rubberized like longboard wheel.
Uh-huh.
Not even
Right, all
anything
right.
that you
Nothing-
couldn't go nearly as fast
No.
safely.
No.
I mean, that's downhill. Yeah, if it's smooth, you got to know the road though. But you hit a
Really,
bump,
yeah.
and that wheel's completely into it, not just
Yeah,
like.
and you'd wipe out way
So,
more.
I mean, the wheels they sent here are awesome. They're
Yeah.
aluminum rims, like legit. Every pair that they had is aluminum rims.
Yep.
And these are inflatable. Some of them have the compressible rubber but solid core design.
Uh-huh. Super
impressed.
crazy.
Very
I honestly don't think you can get a better board for the price. I haven't seen one for the price that's better than this.
And you've seen the Inja's reviews before. He'll buy something, and they're like critical of it out of the box.
Yeah.
And like that's, you're
Yeah,
buying
it's
it
not
with
like-
the expectation of this is probably going to be something I got some bad things to say about.
Yeah.
The only thing we said bad about it. It was something super minor.
It was super minor. I can't remember.
Fits fine, but you can't get it on the bottom one because of the angle. Nothing bad to say about it, and you're like looking for bad things.
Yeah.
It's
really just a great, I mean, they did a great job building it. And the
impressed.
system and software, everything.
I'm gonna go kill this thing.
All right,
I'm
man.
gonna stay nearby. I might call you if I ever pick it up.
Okay.
I mean, it's nice.
No
'cause
worries.
You could push it home.
You could.
But
It's
at
a
the same
little
time, it's a
stiff.
little
Yeah,
heavy,
it's a little.
so-
Yeah, for sure.
So,
All right,
all
dog.
right.
Give me a call if you need me to pick you up. All right, Lord Crit just got back, and it ran to dead. What is the final mileage count?
Final range, real workable mileage, fairly heavy riders. Nick's got a backpack on. I'm riding it.
Yeah.
28 and a quarter miles that we got out of it.
28 and a quarter miles.
Probably.
That is freaking.
Probably about an average of 30 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So right around 20 mile an hour cruising speed. So
Yeah.
as fast as you need to get anywhere. I mean, I could get from here to Clovis East as fast as a car almost. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
not stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just jaywalk.
Yeah,
across the
and you
road.
can take paths that cars can't take.
Kind of realized this one is like the comfortable beach cruiser style. I mean, it's like if we were comparing it to a bicycle, it's like a beach cruiser, and this is like a street road
Right.
bike, you know. This one's
Right,
just
definitely.
comfortable to ride on, agile, but
Yeah.
not as good at high speed. 10 mile less range is what we got out of it. So we had 18 miles on this one, 28 on that one. To be fair, I was riding this one the whole time
Yeah.
on that last one, so it might be closer to 20 for a smaller person.
Yeah.
This one, 28. Didn't notice any performance drop until about 30% battery left. Otherwise, just, yeah, it was cruising. It did good.
Dude, yeah.
Piece of equipment there. That
Yeah.
was solid.
Both of them really outperformed me for what they were.
We were talking about it, and it comes down to preference. It's not like
It really
one
does.
is a clear winner. It's an amazing brand. I mean, I'm going to say it, we're super impressed. But this one,
Oh, yeah.
if you want something that's comfortable to ride on, this one's got a little larger wheels. It's got some bend to it. Not as much range. It's a little quieter. I mean, there's goods and there's bads, right? This one, a little longer range, firmer ride. If that's what you want, then that's a great choice for that.
Yep.
But their acceleration is fairly comparable. Top speed on both is faster than you'd need.
Yep.
So that's not even a factor in my mind. I mean,
Yeah.
by the time I got to 38 kilometers an hour on this one, I didn't really want to go faster.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep up with this one on that one. I didn't want to go faster on this one, even though I could have.
Yep.
So it's the top speed is not in any way limiting, in my opinion. They're both getting up to speed as fast as you want. The thing is, range, comfort, noise versus quiet, and it's
Yeah.
it's
Both
good
of them
for-
have their trade-offs. That it's literally preference. It really is.
The only thing that's
It
not
really
preference
is.
is range. It's the only thing that's
Yes.
not
Sure. Yeah.
10 extra
Definitely.
miles is worthwhile, in my opinion, for the extra money.
All right, guys, well, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. I mean, I wanted to get the real world test and specs and everything this same video instead of dragging it on like every other YouTuber does. So I had a lot of experience with this one. This is the Carbon Pro series board. This was $1,700 on the website. Thank you again. I do want to give a shout out to stackboard.com. Simon, the guy I've been talking to, seems like a really good guy. Thanks for hooking us up with this. Do you know which one you want, Kurt, by the way?
I mean, I'm gonna let you choose. I know which one I want.
You definitely want this one. You definitely
Yeah.
want this one.
That's right.
I'll
There
take
you go.
the Carbon Pro. No, but seriously, Simon, if you're watching this, thank you so much for hooking us up. We're both super happy. We freaking love these boards. I think objectively, I don't want to be biased in this video at all. Objectively though, I have never seen a longboard, electric longboard like these for the price point and the specs that they provide. I mean, Kurt, have you seen?
No,
Honestly, haven't seen
not
anything
with
this
the.
good.
If you consider price, specs, and overall
Yeah.
quality and fun, nothing
Like
compares.
the name brand boards boosted. There's Wowgo AT2, AT3, all those other ones. I've been looking into it, and I literally can't find one for the price that beats these. And I'm super happy they have outperformed us really in every regard. That's pretty much it. So if you have questions, definitely leave them below. If you guys want to see the crash video, F's in the chat. 3,000 likes, that's what I need.
You said 5 last time. You dropping your standards?
5,000? I said 5?
Yeah, you said 5.
5,000 likes, and I'll release that footage. It definitely didn't feel super good. I'm 2 days healed up, and it's getting better, but anyway, very fun time. I really enjoyed making this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.